2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A nighttime activity on Ocean Drive here in Miami. As seen from the air, plenty going on down there. Hello fans, welcome to this presentation of the NBA. Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Last season, Bam Adebayo signed that 5-year max extension, the richest contract in Miami Heat franchise history. He said of this team, they're going to push you no matter what. Whether you've got $160 million or you've got 1.5, we all get treated the same, and that's what I love about this organization. Kevin?
Good story. Hard work does pay off, David. Thank you so much. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duties. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And for the Heat, Butler and Tucker up in the forward spots. Backcourt pair for them, it's Lowry and Robinson. And it's Adebayo in at center. Two very athletic teams here, Greg. A team that's sure to produce a lot of highlights.
And makes me think of Stacey Ogren, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. Young against Lowry. Puts it up. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, playing heads up right now, Trae Young. I'm amazed at how creative at times he can be.
Pass to Tucker, to the middle. Here's Adebayo. He takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Out to the right wing. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Capella. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Takes it inside. And it's Butler with the jam.
Quick and athletic, Butler able to beat his opponents right to the tin.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first.
And really hard to find more intense players than Jimmy Butler. This guy is 100% focused on winning at all times. One of the ultimate competitors in our league.
Shots good from Young.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
And here are the Heat now. And so just over a minute and a half played. Blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. He gets it in there. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bogdanovich passes to Hunter. Pass to Young. Takes a 3. Rebound by Butler. And with Butler and his intensity, Greg, it's a perfect fit for him in Miami.
And yeah, it can rub some players the wrong way, but it goes hand in hand with the culture here. Hard to imagine Butler on a team other than Miami.
Robinson, that's good.
And right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
And the pass to Bogdanovich. And here is Capella. He's guarded by Adebayo. Here's Bogdanovich. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D that time from Robinson. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Butler deciding where to go with it. Stolen by Collins. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Man, so impressive. Collins way up for that one.
Here's Lowry. After the made shot from John Collins. Feeds to Butler. Shoots the 3. A shot by Lowry, no good. And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a three-point game, and they pick up 2.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
And he's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Robinson. Pass to Butler. Back to Robinson. Butler with the ball. 6 to shoot. And there's the try. Right on the bucket. Butler's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That was a possession where Jimmy Butler just did not settle for the jump shot, drove right in and came right at the defense.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Lowry. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Robinson kicks to Lowry. Here's Adebayo. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Hawks trailing. Bogdanovich finds Young. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Lowry has it in the corner. .114 left here in the opening quarter. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Capella. Hawks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist on the night. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. To the paint. Hunter against Butler. And here's Adebayo. And the basket by Lowry.
And there is some intelligence behind the passing of Adebayo. Not flashy, but making smart ones.
Capella, high post. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. Trains the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 5 points so far.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hunter. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Dedmon passes to Oladipo. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, Butler feels like he can take and make just about any shot that he wants. What great confidence on display.
Pass to Gallinari. Over Butler. That's good from Gallinari on the assist by Wright. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Hawks lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And Kyle Lowry, always one of the league's leaders in charges drawn. He sheds light on the significance of that play.
It's a real life momentum shift. You know, it really boosts myself, my team, and it really takes a lot from the other guys because they think they have a play, a dunk, a pass, an assist or something. And it's like, no, that's not there. And it's a foul on the other guy, maybe the star player, maybe the shot blocker, and maybe anybody. And that's what I do. I do whatever it takes to help my team win.
And for Lowry, all of 6 feet tall to absorb those collisions, sacrificing his body, it shows what he's all about.
And like he said, whatever it takes to win. That pit bull mentality, and he's got the strength to weather the physicality.
At the line,
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
So with Lowry on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. They've got Oladipo. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Butler. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Okpala in at the small forward position. And Jimmy Butler, while he's a good shooter, not a great shooter, Brent, from beyond the arc.
Well, he's good enough there, and will take, I guess, the right ones, Kevin, to keep pressure on, because you want to take the open threes. But he knows his game so well, and he'll continue to attack. He'll continue to find ways to expose defenses in the mid-range to make the impact on the game offensively that we're so accustomed to from Jimmy Butler.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Herter. Trying to get open as Jang. Herter, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Oladipo, the pass to Hero. The three-pointer, no good. The Hawks shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Now, here's Reddish. He's covered closely. Five on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Right from outside. And it's Miami with the rebound. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Hero. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Dedmon trying to break free. Hero, no good. Gallinari passes to Wright. Driving the lane. Trying to get open as Jang. And it's Wright missing.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. After their trip to the NBA Finals in 2020, the Miami Heat is looking to get back to that championship round. Jimmy Butler says, we know what we're capable of. We want to get back to the finals. We can get back there. I like our chances against anybody, honestly. Nobody intimidates us. Kevin?
Great attitude. They've shown they can compete at the highest level, David. Thank you. Now, here's Butler. Danilo Gallinari, unable to get his last shot to go. And the basket is good. Butler's got 11 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now here's Wright. He kicks it to Gallinari. To end the cold streak. It's rebounded by Okpala.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Shot from 16. Oladipo misses. The Hawks trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now, sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also, give him credit for being unselfish.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And every year we see, Greg, some incredible comebacks. What distinguishes in your mind those with the resilience to battle back?
I think it starts with a belief and desire. And the great ones truly hate to lose.
Robinson's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Jang, and Trae Young subbed in for DeLon Wright. Robinson passes to Oladipo. Dedmon with it. still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
That's a go-to shot for Tyler Hero. So confident in his ability to connect from deep.
Molinari finds Young. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now, here's Oladipo. Here's Dedmon. And it's sent back by Okongwu. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Reddish. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lowry from outside. Buries it from three-point range. Lowry's got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat.
Well, Oladipo playing a couple years at point guard in Orlando when he started his career, showing off his passing ability there.
Now, here's Collins. Puts one up from 19. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight.
Here's Oladipo. Rebound, Atlanta. Hunter with it. 1:42 left in the first half. Collins against Lowry. Lock at 6. The 3 from Bogdanovich. That shot off. And it's Miami the other way. Outside for Lowry. 1:16 left in the second quarter. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
And how about the experience of Lowry on full display there, just finding the open man. And the guy's been doing this for now over a decade.
Now, here is Young. 6 points for him. And it's good, 2 points.
Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Oladipo against Bogdanovich. Oladipo taking his time here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you were just talking about Oladipo. He holds a very high standard for himself.
At the line.
He's trying to reach another level every year. He wants to keep growing, making everything more consistent. And it's possible we still haven't seen the best of him yet.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, Oladipo was the most improved player in 2018, his first season with the Indiana Pacers, after being the second pick in the 2013 draft.
He's off on the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Hunter finds Capella. Count the basket. Hunter's got his second basket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Unable to get that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Bogdanovich against Oladipo. Pulls up. And again, it's the Heat missing. It's all tied in Miami. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here, welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. Kenny, let's get your take on Miami.
They've been knocking it down from 3. You have to give the playmakers credit for consistently finding the open guy. And then, of course, their shooters have been lifting. If they keep it up, they're going to be tough to beat.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to beat their hits. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
It's been a great performance from him. Really focused on quality shots.
And this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duty. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot.
And that's Jimmy Butler with a great finish there. Good hands to catch the pass and throw it through.
Young dishes to Collins. Young passes to Capella. And here's Collins. Hunter on the wing, defended by Butler. Elbow shot is on the way, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Robinson against Hunter. Robinson misses. The Hawks trailing. Popped up there for Collins. Stolen by Tucker. Lowry against Hunter. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Capella with the bucket.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
Lowry kicks to Butler. Back to Lowry. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Adebayo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. Bogdanovich passes to Collins. He dishes it to Young. Rebounded by Tucker.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Robinson for 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
And maybe we don't talk enough about what a great teammate Lowry is. Passionate, he leads by example, and always vocal.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 5 points in the game. Here's Hunter. Pass to Bogdanovich.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Lowry looking around. The shot misses.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Young. He can't hit that time. And it's Miami the other way. When Lowry won gold in 2016, the U.S. team coaches had very high praise.
Yeah, you can call him their unsung hero. The best team player out of anybody. This guy shows emotion and guys feed off his energy.
Now, here is Young. 6 points for him. And that one, good.
Ridiculous handles there. How effective is he at creating opportunities?
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity
Hey,
to
man,
settle
who
in,
wants a free
recollect the thoughts
t-shirt?
of your entire team, not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
On the floor. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Oladipo outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Oladipo's got 6.
Some confidence from Victor Oladipo, and why not? He's got the green light in this offense.
Right, the pass to Herter. Now Gallinari. That one a little long.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Oladipo for 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Hawks trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Wright. He's covered by Hero. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gallinari. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Heat leading by 3. And Oladipo has it in the corner. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good job by Victor on that one, scoring despite getting whacked. I love how he maintained his balance on that shot.
Right down low, defended by Butler. Now Reddish. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And he comes up with the deuce.
And Reddish pinballing, fighting his way through the defense, and then finding a way to score.
There's the pass to Dedmon. Wants to get it to Butler and does. And he gets it to go. Butler's got the lead back up to 5 now for the Heat.
Sweet to be a difference maker in a game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Gallinari outside. Fires for 3. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And it's Miami with another.
Well, right now, Jimmy Butler is in the zone.
Here's Wright. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Okongwu. Butler against Gallinari. And he banks in the layup.
You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy cane.
Butler against Gallinari. Now here's Butler. Off with the layup. And we've reached the end of the third. Heat out front, up 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 5. So with Lowry on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Out in the wings for them, Hero and Butler. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Oladipo in at the point guard position. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Herter. And they recover it. And it's in there.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Well, great timing as well. Swiss watch kind of moments. Fourth quarter, close game. That could have been a 4-point swing.
The Hawks trail by 3. Jang with the ball. Out to the right wing. Here's Herter. From 13, again the Hawks score.
More and more showing his well-rounded offensive game. That's Herter in his comfort zone.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Oladipo, and finished off by Oladipo.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Atlanta calls timeout. Tucker, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Robinson comes in for Tyler Hero. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Victor Oladipo. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys?
Thanks, David. Now, here is Lowry. After the miss from John Collins. Lowry against Hunter. Bogdanovich. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair. And you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
Now, here's Lowry. The dish now to Robinson. Kicks it to Butler. Over Hunter. Butler, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Hunter against Butler. And stolen by Butler. An even 3-on-3 break. Over Hunter. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Hawks trailing. And there's the feed to Hunter. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. To take the lead. Oh, they get it back. They now take the lead. 6 points for Clint Capella.
And it could have been a foul call on the shot as well. Capella maintains the focus, though, and finishes.
Here's Lowry. Hunter with some nice defense.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
On its way from Young for 2. And that one hits back iron. Miami's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And Adebayo throws it down.
Love it when the big guy like Adebayo is out there making it happen in the fast break.
Young looking around. Right side, Collins. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And he knocks down the first one.
John Collins and his versatility are very, very exciting, not just as a scorer and a rebounder, but defensively as a shot blocker and a versatile switchable defender. You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Capella finds Young. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
Trae Young stepping up and delivering in a big-time moment.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Player of the game, Trae Young.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
The Heat trail by 4. Outside Butler, 17-foot shot on the way. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Man, no question. Jimmy Butler all the way.
2 minutes. Young from outside.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Butler against Hunter. Now here's Butler. He's tightly guarded. Over Hunter. Butler, no good. And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Got that one up quick. And that's now 17 points for Trae Young.
Using a quick, compact release, Trae Young, very difficult to guard.
Tucker dishes to Butler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
At
Guys,
the line,
what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Atlanta?
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Well, looking up and down the stat sheet here, I'm seeing those second chance points jump out at me. They've done a great job on the offensive glass.
gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler's just one of those guys that coaching staff and players admire just how competitive he is on a daily basis.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Lowry against Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Young's shot is off.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Jimmy Butler is one of the respected guys when it comes to these moments to play in the clutch.
And here's Young. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good. And the Hawks lead by 6.
And this young guy relishes the pressure, stepping up there, confident in the clutch.
Butler kicks to Robinson. Three-pointer, Lowry. It drops. What a beautiful shot to put him within 3.
And the team counts on Lowry in moments like this. He keeps his cool and finds the big basket.
Now, here is Young. Collins trying to break free. Young's shot is off. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 3. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
T-shirt bonanza! Somebody make some noise!
Force something up. You got to be smart here.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Butler against Capella. Yes!
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
This could go down as the win-win trade of the draft over the last 3 or 4 years. The 5th pick in 2018, Trae Young traded on draft day for Luka Doncic, and they might have put a little chip on his shoulder, one that he played with in the second half of his rookie season.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And so the Hawks take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thank you very much, guys. Trey, what does a win like this mean in terms of where this team is heading?
I think we're heading in the right direction. I'm super excited about the future here in Atlanta, the future in this team, and I mean, we're heading in the right direction.
It certainly looks like it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.